Morning, everyone. This is Pastor Chris with Prison Reformers Ministries Daily Message. It comes from Mark chapter 10, verses 5 through 9, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 16 and 18, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 2, and Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. It was because your hearts were hard that Moses wrote you this law. Jesus replied, but at the beginning of creation God made them male and female. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. First Corinthians chapter 6, verse 16 and 18. Do you not know that he who unites himself with a prostitute is one with her in body? Flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 2. But since sexual immorality is occurring, each man should have sexual relations with his own wife, and each woman with her own husband. Growing in godliness. Instruction in godly living is as vitally important today as it was to the church in Corinth. Because human nature remains the same, we find ourselves facing the same issues and needing the same instruction as the Corinthians did. Our source of power for godly living remains in the cross and in the power of the Holy Spirit. The motive for our godliness continues to be love, and our goal to glorify God. Diligently study this book and allow the truth to change the way you live. Glorify God in your body and in your spirit. Your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Do not give yourselves to immorality or sin of any kind. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and all sexually immoral. Remember that when you get married, that is between a man and a woman. And anything that you commit sexually is against your body. Your body is a holy temple of God. And God is going to judge you, not Jesus. God is going to judge the sexually immoral people. When you commit adultery, that is who's going to judge you for that is going to be God. That means that sin against your body is very bad in the eyes of the Lord. But everything starts with your salvation. And if you ask for the forgiveness of sins, God is going to forgive you. But He looks upon adultery and sexual immorality as very bad. So you have to get down on your knees and ask for the forgiveness of sins. But if you do not keep your marriage bed pure by bringing other people into your bedroom, such as having a threesome or swinging and doing things like that, God looks very bad against that. You're not supposed to do that. That is not a beautiful thing. That is very bad. Because you become one flesh when you get married. So if you go out and sin with another woman or another male, you're becoming one with that other person. And God takes that very, very seriously. So if God is convicting your heart today, you need to ask for forgiveness for that adulterous behavior or sexually immoral behavior. And once you ask for forgiveness of those sins, you need to put that sinful behavior behind you and turn away from that and start, hopefully that your partner, that your husband or wife will actually forgive you for that, and you need to start rebuilding your relationship. And if you can't, then you need to get divorced. And that is the only time that divorce is allowed in God's eyes, is when you have committed adultery. and then you need to move on and start rebuilding a relationship with someone else in your life. So that is something that you need to look to God to forgive you for, and you need to start rebuilding a new relationship with someone else. I hope everybody has a blessed day today, and may God bless you today.